All right, Leo, how you doing?
Hey, Jeremy, I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's nice to talk to you again. I
Thank
got
you.
to ask you a few questions on the media call recently, but it's always nice to talk to you one on one in person. So thank you
Yeah,
for taking the time.
no, you're welcome. Thank you.
So I'm kind of curious. What has it been? Has it been 15 months since your last fight? Is that about right?
Yeah, October, November, December. Yeah, it's been
Okay.
like 15 months. Yeah.
When you kind of had this time off, how would you say that you treated this time off? Was it like a rest of sorts? And did you feel that it was kind of beneficial to you to have that time?
Yeah, the truth, yeah, I use it like a rest, time to rest, to spend time with the family, go places that we couldn't go when I was, training to fight and stuff like that. We went to Cabo, we went to Hawaii, stuff, places like that. And also my body to rest because, for other camps, I think, I came back too fast and I felt my body kind of tired when I was training. And for this camp, actually, I feel it more rested. I train and I don't feel as tired as before. I feel strong. I feel more energetic and stuff like that. So I think I did needed a rest because my body feels more better.
Did you, I mean, I think people sometimes forget that as a professional, you've been at this for such a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
starting out in 2006, you
Yeah.
fought every year up until the last year and a half.
Yeah.
Do you feel like maybe you could have benefited from a break earlier than now, that it might have helped you?
Yeah, I think so. I think I would have benefited, if I would have taken the time. But like me, I always want to be in the gym. If nobody tells me, I always want to be in the gym, training, trying to get ready for a fight. Because I feel that somebody they could just come and tell me, "Hey, Leo, you're gonna fight this day," and I feel I'm not gonna be ready. So I always try to be ready, even if I don't have a date. I'm always I'm always in the gym. My mind is really strong, and I always try to be in the gym because I feel that if I'm not in the gym, I feel like if I'm doing something wrong, or they're gonna come and tell me, "Hey, Leo, you're gonna fight," and I'm not gonna be ready. So I always try to be ready. But you know, my team told me I needed to rest. They told me to stay away from the gym for a while, and I did it.
Um, was it strange not taking that time off? Was it like, whoa, I don't know what this feels like. This is new to me.
Yeah, no, it was. It was because I was thinking about going to the gym. I wanted to go in the gym. I got a little bit heavy. It's the heaviest I've been. I got to like 153, 154, and I felt my body big. But I feel weird. But I needed it.
How long was it until you actually, from the last fight to when you actually stepped foot in a gym? How much time did you have in between?
I had like a few months, to rest, and I came to the gym and I only trained like maybe like 2 3 times a week just to stay, active. Like I say, to see if maybe I was like hoping for they're gonna tell me earlier, are you ready to fight this date? And I will be able to tell them, yeah, I've been training a little bit in the gym. But when I actually got to the gym to train good, it was like in August. Like
Mhm.
August, I started training good because I thought I was gonna fight maybe November, December. So I started coming into the gym, and now I'm gonna fight. I'm very excited.
I know that some fighters, when they get heavier and then they start working out, sometimes it takes a while for those pounds to come off. How was it for you? Did you find that your metabolism kind of kicked in once you started putting in the same amount of work?
Yeah, no, at the beginning, yeah, it was kind of hard. Like the first, maybe I could say, like first week or second week, I was coming to the gym and I was 150 something, and I trained like for a whole week, and I was still 150 something. So I was like, man, why am I not dropping the weight? But I got kind of scared, and that's why I said I wanted to fight this fight at 130. But then after like a few weeks, I was started dropping the weight fast. I went down to like 130 right away, and I started dropping the weight good. Right now, I'm 2 weeks before the fight, and I'm already at weight 130.
Oh, nice. Um,
Yeah.
Now I know that you're not a guy that's used to losing. It's not something that's happened to you a whole lot.
Yeah.
Um, but they say that even in a loss, there's always something that can be learned from it. When you
Yeah.
sat down and look back at that fight, what do you think is the thing that you can take away from it?
I think I need to listen to my corner, to my dad. I don't have to get myself into the fight. I think I stood there. Wanted to entertain the fans. I wanted to please the fans because they love a war. They love a toe-to-toe fight, and that's what I was trying to do. But I shouldn't have done that with a stronger fighter. A fighter that has the power to knock you out with one punch. and that's what I did wrong. I think if I would have moved, he wouldn't have come in with a big punch. So I learned that I have to learn how to box, move, and not get carried away and stay there and to get hit with those big shots.
When you actually kind of sit down and kind of examine it, it sounds like, you have in your head kind of, in retrospect, I see what I did wrong. I see what I could have done better. Was it hard to sit back and watch that fight?
Yeah, it was because I was like, man, if I would have just moved, I would have probably gone out 12 rounds with him. I could have beat him. Maybe a decision, I would have gone my way or a draw or something. And just by doing that, I think I would have gone, to another level, and it would have put me in, one of the best out there.
You kind of alluded to me when we were on the media call not long ago that, yeah, it was hard to deal with because I'm not used to being knocked out. And, that it was something that was hard to deal with. I think you alluded to a little bit of depression. Was it something that was really deep, or was it just a momentary thing? Like you were down and then you got picked up kind of pretty quickly after that?
Yeah, no, I think it was momentarily because, yes, I couldn't believe how I got knocked out like that. I was out for like a minute or a few seconds. I was out. I was like, man, how could that happen to me? I never even gotten hurt or nothing like that. And for him to knock me out like that, I was like, kind of depressed. But like I said, after the fans, they started sending me messages, comments that to keep my head up, that he's a great fighter. And, even the best get caught. I started to get my motivation back and everything. And they gave me the motivation and the strength to come back to the ring and, keep on fighting.
And we've seen it with, as you said, with many champions that have had moments like that. I think Manny Pacquiao, Juan Manuel Marquez. Does that kind of stick in the back of your head? Like, listen, I mean, this is boxing, and this kind of stuff happens. It's just something to learn from.
Yeah, it is. Not only because you lose once like that, it means that your career is over. You could come back strong and make good fights. Nonito Donaire, he lost, and right now he became world champion again. He has beaten undefeated fighters, and he's still doing really good right now. So it happens to the best, and you just gotta get back up and get stronger and come and prove the world wrong.
As far as this fight, fighting a guy like Keenan, a good puncher, a guy that has a nice KO rating. Going into this fight, how do you prepare? Is it the same as always, or is there anything different that you've been doing for this fight around?
No, I think the same as always. I always train hard for everybody. For every fight, I train, and like if I'm gonna go fight the best, I never understand fighter. For every fighter, I come and train like I'm gonna go for a world title. That's how I come determined to that. I know that they're coming with everything to knock my head off, to knock me out. So I know I gotta be smart. I gotta be really good out there and look good to get the win.
I know everyone is always kind of to thinking about the future and tries to play Nostradamus. Well, what's next? What's next? What's next? Do you really feel like, the future for you is at featherweight, or would you consider, moving up to super featherweight again?
And the truth, whatever comes up, where the better opportunities are, that's what I'm gonna go for. But right now, what I think is that at 126, I think that where I'm the strongest, where I look the best. Me, my team, people, fans, they have told me that I belong at 126. And if they think that, I think that 126 is where I'm my best, where I'm my strongest, and where I could have, good opponents right there at 126. But like I said, if the opportunity comes at 130, of course, I'll move up to 130 and fight the best too.
Every fighter, anyone that's trying to achieve goals has a plan in their head, the way they would like to see things play out. 2022, I mean, do you have an idea in mind of how many fights you would like to have, what you would like to see happen this year? What would be the best case scenario for you?
And hopefully, guys, everything goes good, and I feel my body feels good and everything. I want to fight like maybe 3 or 4 fights this year. I want to unify. I want to fight other champions, and hopefully, even I want to be. My main goal is I want to be a 5 division world champion. That's one of my goals right now. What I want to do, and hopefully it happens. 5 division world champion.
As we saw with even Gary Russell Jr., I mean, the division's wide open. Is there a preferred route that you have, or is it just anyone with a belt?
Yeah, I think it's anyone with a belt. Anyone that the fans want me to fight, that they think are good fights. That's what I'm looking for.
Final question for me, and I'll let you go. As far as going into this fight, you kind of talked about it. seeing how your body feels. And is that one of the things that you're looking forward to in this fight, is kind of testing out your body and seeing, how do you respond in this fight?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. See how my body responds. If I don't have no ring rust, see how I look. If I feel like my body, is rejuvenated, and I could fight like I used to fight before and throw as many punches and stuff like that. Hopefully I'm able to do all that, and I feel good and do a great fight. I'm gonna, continue to fight and see what happens.
No doubt about it. Leo,
Mm.
as always, thank you so much for
Yeah.
the time. Best of luck come February 5th. And I look forward to seeing you again.
I thank you, Jeremy. Blessings to you, and hope you have a great day. Thank you for everything.